When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Lyona Labor's Local 663, who remind us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Well, continuing with our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment, we go to Nixa High School, and we bring in Nixa Eagles head football coach John Perry. Coach Perry, thanks for your time today.
Man, thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for highlighting this group of kids.
And Coach, you get a huge win in the semifinal game over a good Kirkwood team that kind of likes to air it out a little bit. Briefly, kind of talk about that game. 56-46 was the final, and what you really had success at.
Well, it was a high-scoring game. We was hoping it wouldn't be that high a scoring, at least for them anyway. They scored a few more than we wanted them to, but we scored every time we had the ball but one time, and they had issues controlling our offensive line and stopping us from running the football. So it was working, so we continued to do that. And we had a great day rushing. I think we rushed for close to 400 yards or more, and scored 50 something points like you said. It was a good day. It was a day game on a Saturday. We had packed the house, and I thought as a football team, we played really well.
Great atmosphere down there at Nixa High School. And as you said, you had so much success running the football. And in today's kind of pass happy age, if you're going to win titles, whether it be conference titles or state titles, you're going to have to be able to run the football.
Yeah, for sure. That was a lesson we kind of learned last year the hard way when we went to Rockhurst. We could not run the ball as successfully as we needed to, and we could not stop them from running the ball as successfully as we needed to. So, we just kind of doubled down on the fact that we got to be able to run the football. We got to be big, strong, physical, play smart. And, our offensive line has kind of led that charge because, as tomorrow night it's going to be, 30 degrees or colder. And, when you throw the football a lot, it gets a little more complicated in the elements. And, I think big guys, kind of swell up in the elements, and little guys tend to shrink a little bit. So you got to be able to run the football, and so we're hoping that we'll be able to continue that.
Well, I don't remember if it was Woody Hayes or Bo Schembechler that made the comment that when you throw the football, only three things can happen, and two of them are bad.
No doubt about that. We're firm believers in that for sure.
And, I visited already on the show with Lamar head football coach Jared B. Shore and Seneca head football coach Cody Hilburn. And Coach Hilburn had made the comment that, he didn't realize how close they were this year to setting the single season team rushing record. And the team that holds that is Lamar in a single season. And you guys have got to be close to that as well. And it all starts with those big guys up front.
No doubt about it. I don't like records and things like that. I really have absolutely zero idea. The greatest thing about being an offensive lineman, myself and being around the offensive lineman is it's a position that truly plays for other people. Our existence is to take care of other people on the field. So I think by our trade, we're some of the most unselfish humans in the world. So, what the record is, I couldn't tell you. All I know is we got to go out today and have a great practice and, give ourselves a chance to win a ball game Friday night. And, when the season's over with, we'll sit down and look at some of that stuff and, make PowerPoints and put together flyers for people. But, right now our focus on how can we be the best we can be today.
You make that comment. My high school football coach, who's actually still doing it, Tom Cox, would tell his offensive lineman and his daughter that, hey, if you want to date somebody, you date an offensive lineman because they are unselfish. Nobody ever knows their name unless the flag's thrown. They don't know their number unless they make a mistake. And that always stuck with me. Well, you've got our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol and the Nixa Eagles offensive line. You can start with where you want, and I'll visit with them and let them kind of introduce each other as we go along.
That sounds great. The first one you're going to have is Jacob Lyle. Come forth, Jacob. Jacob is one of the seniors up front and kind of the heartbeat of, this football team. He is he's all things great about an offensive lineman. So
Outstanding.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, Jacob?
Living the dream.
Very much so. Very much so. Not a lot of people still getting to go out and practice at this time of the year, but congratulations.
Appreciate it. Just something special, just can't take advantage of. So,
Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
Usually for us, for O-line, just block and protect the quarterback at all costs, and especially with me, they pull me quite a bit. Power counter to the lefts, and we just keep doing that every game, and we've been really successful at it.
And you are a right guard, left guard?
Right guard.
Right guard.
So
how long have you been in that position?
Since junior high, I've been playing right guard ever since. So haven't been moved once. So.
What and you don't have to tell me, but do you have a favorite play when it's called in the huddle? Your eyes kind of light up. Maybe you get pancake somebody, or maybe hey, they're not going to see me coming. Do you have favorite plays like that?
Especially a power encounter to the left. When I hear those play calls, I just get a little excitement because I know like something's going to go down. Someone's going to be laying on their back. So just a little excitement every time when I hear that play. So
tell us, go back into this past weekend in that state semifinal game. You get out to a decent lead there at halftime. I believe it was 35-17. Obviously, there were some changes made by both teams at half. But as you kind of got into that flow of that game, at the end of the game, what were your feelings like knowing that you probably, you had won? What was going through your mind?
To be honest, I was just kind of shocked. We, as a group, we worked so hard since, this time last year. And I was just so excited as a group, and I'm just so proud of everyone and their effort because the entire line, we just work our butts off every single day trying to get 1% better. So it was just an amazing feeling to have knowing that we're going to state. So,
and Jacob, on game day, what are actually throughout the entire week? Because football is more about a weekly thing than maybe a basketball or baseball because you play almost every day. But in football, what are you doing throughout the week to kind of get mentally and physically prepared? What are you doing physically? You're drinking lots of water. You're staying hydrated. And I know times of year kind of dictates that a little bit as well, what the temperature's like. But what are you doing to kind of get ready for a game?
For me, what I do is just get in a quiet place, just focus and just visualize each play in my mind. And of course, to get in my right focus, I pray a lot. That kind of helps me just stay calm, stay focused. But when I walk on the field, that's when it's time to let loose. So that's what I usually do.
That's awesome. Well, Jacob, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And Jacob, you want to introduce whoever's coming in next?
Next, we got Oakley White that plays center.
All right. Again, you're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. It's Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Oakley, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So you're the center.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about pre-snap things that you're going through. Are you looking for the Mike linebacker? I know there's a lot of communication going on up front. Kind of give us an idea of what it's like.
So we run a lot of power and counter. So basically, I'm usually back blocking on those, and so I'm kind of one-on-one with a guy, making sure he doesn't come back, run under the play, run cross face and get over there. So I'm in charge of just keeping him on that side, a lot of one-on-one blocks, and then before the snap, I'm just thinking about getting the ball to the quarterback and doing my job.
Now, how long have you been playing center?
Since sophomore year.
Since your sophomore year. What were you prior to that?
Guard.
Okay. What are the differences there between those two positions, and what was maybe the hardest thing to learn as you move from guard to center?
I would say, keeping consistent snaps, snapping like when you're just doing it, like just on the field, no pads or anything. It's a lot more simple than when you're trying to like block somebody. You got a big nose in front of you or somebody in front of you. I'd say snapping and then not pulling as much. Pulling's pretty fun. Get to knock somebody out. So that was, but I like center. I enjoy it. So.
Do you have, and again, don't tell me, but do you have a favorite play that you enjoy when it's called? Your eyes kind of light up?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do. I like wide zone, stuff like that. It's been something we've ran a lot this year, and I like that. So,
What do you enjoy more, the run blocking or pass blocking?
run blocking. Get a lot more pancakes like that. Pass blocking's fun too, but there's nothing like just, driving somebody up the field, putting them on their back or something like that. So
the clock hits 0 in your semifinal game. It's 56-46. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement there within the team, but you get back to the locker room, you get cleaned up, you get your phone. Who's the first person that contacted you that said, "Hey, congratulations," via text or social media?
It was actually my grandpa. He wasn't able to come down to the game. They live in Lebanon, and he actually called me when I was getting out of there and was just telling me how great job I did and stuff like that. And he was super proud.
Very good. Very good. All the food tastes better now, and the Cokes are a lot colder with it being going to a state championship. Everything's better, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, everything's going great. Just super excited. Great opportunity we have. And we've worked so hard for this all year. We've been working in the weight room, running in the summer, just O-line academy and just doing everything right. And then this was been our goal all year. So it's just great that, we achieved it and we're going there. So.
You having fun?
Oh, yeah. So much fun.
Outstanding. Well, hey, Oakley, again, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being part of the Athletes of the Week.
Thank you.
And Oakley, who do we have next?
Next is Lane Meltzebarger. He's one of our tight ends.
All right. Again, you're watching the Missouri Sports Network here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com. And we welcome in Lane Meltzebarger. And Lane, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your position that you play, tight end. And what your roles and responsibilities are.
I play tight end, and because we're more of a running team, I just get to block most of the time, which is great. I still get to run some routes, which is fun, but it's more of a run team, so get a lot of like duo blocks with Jackson, which is fun, pancaking them.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite play?
It's probably like Cleveland Vic, where I actually get the down block with Jackson, and it's 90% of the times a pancake, so it's a great time.
And what do you have a favorite pass route? I mean, are there plays, pass routes that when that call comes in, your eyes kind of light up and say, "Hey, I may get the ball in my hands."
Mm-hmm. Like last week, we had a pass play where like I fake block for a little bit and then I run out for a seam, and it was wide open last week. So that's probably my eyes lit up big time last week for that.
Very good. And how long have you been playing tight end?
I've been playing tight end since 7th grade.
7th grade. All
Yep.
right. A long timer.
Yep.
Very good. Well, what are you looking most forward to as you head up to Columbia for the state championship? What's something that you're really going to pay attention to that you're not going to forget?
I just can't wait to play at Mizzou because I've been a big Mizzou fan all my life, and just getting to play on the field. And the atmosphere is going to be great.
Outstanding. What are you doing between now and then to kind of get prepared mentally and physically?
Making sure I drink a lot of water, get some sleep. But before the games, I like to have my alone time. I usually like to walk the field by myself, just visualizing plays and what will happen. I always like to give glory to God and pray before every game, calm me down.
Outstanding. Can't go wrong there, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Well, Lane, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Patrol, congratulations on being part of the Athletes of the Week.
Thanks, sir.
All right. And who is going next?
We have our other tight end, Champ Porter.
Champ?
Yep.
All right. Again, this is Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And Champ, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities.
Well, I'm the other tight end, and we do a lot of double tight and tight end H-back kind of stuff because whenever you can put 7 guys up front and run it down the field and get at least 4 yards of play. That's what we're trying to do every single time. So whenever we can do that, we put 7 guys up there as much as we can.
As you're going through your kind of your pre-snap reads, are you looking for a certain player on the field, maybe an outside linebacker, a Mike linebacker, or a tackle? What are you doing pre-snap to kind of decide what you're going to do during the play?
It sure depends on the play, but whenever I line up, I read the end, or I read the or I read my tackle, Cantwell, or my other tackle. Whenever we're lined up there, we can decide if I need to arc out and go get a backer, or if we need to down block and plow through somebody and put them on their backs to open up a gap. And just depending on if they line up inside of me or outside of me, we really play it back by ear every single play.
Now, Chip, what grade are you?
I'm a senior this year.
All right.
Yeah.
If you could go back, you could get in a time machine and go back to that champ that was a 7th or 8th grader and give him some advice based on what you know right now. What advice would you give them? Maybe it's weight room, maybe it's classroom, maybe it's something else. But what advice would you give yourself based on the knowledge that you have now as a senior?
I'd probably tell myself to make sure I watch film throughout high school. Make sure you know every single thing about the other team, which I do now. And but in the past couple of years, I would tend to skip over that. But it's a very important aspect, part of the game, knowing your opponent and what they do and how they do how their team moves. You know.
What are you looking most forward to about this weekend?
Oh, well, I'm excited. I think we'll probably run a lot of double H or double tight. So me and Lane will get out there, and then the second that we get a good drive down the field, we all celebrate as a team, and we start running after that ball down the field, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Outstanding. What can you compare it to?
Oh, there's nothing that you can compare that feeling of being a part of a team and just so much compassion for the other guys and having that sense of security with all these people down the line. And there's nothing like it.
Are you having fun?
Oh, I'm having so much fun. This is probably there's nothing I'd rather do in my high school career than play football, and it's been amazing to do this all 4 years throughout high school.
Outstanding. Well, Champ, again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, who do we have next?
We have Hunter Jensen.
And you're watching
Our left guard.
Okay. You're watching Chevrolet of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. And Hunter, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
So I play left guard on our offensive line, and I mean, all I'm really asked to do is just go, be a dude and go block the person I'm supposed to.
Hunter, what grade are you?
I'm a junior this year.
You're a junior. Have you always played left guard, or is this a new for you?
No, this is new. This is new this year, actually. So coming in this summer, I was playing center all up until this point, and our right tackle now, they were confused on whether or not they wanted to put me at right tackle or him at right tackle, and I ended up playing left guard after being switched a few times.
What's the biggest difference going from center to left guard?
Well, I think it's a bit easier to go from center to left guard than it is from left guard to center, because center, you've got a few more responsibilities. Like, you got to know a lot of the plays, and you got to, help communicate on the line. But left guard, it's a little bit harder, just the pulling aspect and, double teams as well.
Very good. What's it been like in the community and at school this week, knowing that you're going to play for a state championship?
Very positive, very positive. There's a lot of people that are excited about it because, the last time Nixa has seen a state championship, 2014, and, we came second. So a lot of people in the schools and a lot of people in the community are very excited about it.
Well, were you in kindergarten at that time?
2014. No, I would have been first grade.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, hey, Hunter, on behalf of Chevrolet again and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. We got Hayden, our right tackle.
All right, Hayden. The Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment here with the Nixa Eagles offensive line and head coach John Perry, and we welcome Hayden in. Hayden, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities at your position.
So I'm the right tackle, and obviously we got Jackson Campbell on the left side. So we run the ball to his side a lot, and a lot of my responsibilities are, closing off the backside, making sure no one runs down the play from the back, and just keeping our running backs off the ground.
Do you have a favorite play when it's called in the huddle? Do your eyes kind of light up? Is there one that Hayden just I want to run this?
I mean, there's no better feeling than when you hear a play where you get the down block. Just run right through a guy. It's great.
Good. Very good. Well, who was the first person you heard from after you won the semifinal game?
I think it was my family. We do all the team stuff. You take all the pictures, and then I went over and I just hugged my family. It was great. They were all really happy, really supportive. It was awesome.
What's it been like this week for you? It's got to be an amazing feeling, and we talked a little bit about the food tastes better, and the Coca-Colas are always colder.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Just knowing that at the end of the week we get to go to Columbia and compete for a state championship, and something that hasn't been done at the school in 10 years. And it's been great knowing that all our work has actually led to this, and it feels amazing.
Outstanding. Well, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And do we have anyone left?
Yes, we have Jackson Cantwell up next.
All right. Very good. This is the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Jackson, how are you, sir?
How's it going, man? Doing pretty good. Got practice coming up in a little bit, and I'm excited to go get after it.
All right. What? Tell us a little bit about your position that you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
Well, I'm listed as a left tackle, but this year, I've done a little bit of everything. We line up and tackle over. Some have gone to tight end. I've changed over to right tackle for some certain plays. I've been pretty versatile in that regards, and our offense has changed a lot. But generally, I think most teams would say on the scouting report is I'm the guy who's going to be at the point of attack or around the football.
Yeah, do you have a favorite play when that play is called? Do your eyes kind of light up, thinking, "Okay, I'm gonna get in somebody this time"?
Really, anything where I've got a double team is kind of my favorite block right now, because it's just being able to really just erase somebody from the game and get to the second level. That's always been kind of the enjoyable part of our offense is down blocks and double team, just really just being the first line, just moving guys out of the way so that your pullers can come through and finish the rest of the job. But just being able to take care of a D lineman, linebacker, just get those guys out of the play is definitely my favorite part of it.
What's preparation like for you during the week? We talked about hydrating, what film. What are you doing during the week to kind of get prepared?
I'm a big film guy. I like to watch. At this point in the season, I really only end up watching 4 or 5 full games. But usually, regular season, I'll watch basically a team's whole season and kind of how they've done their things. Obviously, I haven't done the best job of it, to be honest. But making sure my nutrition's on point, with the hydration and stuff, is always a good thing. And really being able to focus at practice and just do what I need to do is obviously another big part of it. Being able to execute there, because our practices are always decently intense, and being able to get better at those is kind of what's kept us going throughout this year.
What are you looking most forward to as you head to Columbia this weekend? Actually, you guys play on Friday, I believe. But what are you looking most forward to about this trip?
Well, the short answer is basically all of it. But there's a lot of things. Getting to play for a Class 6 state championship is something that I've heard about really ever since I got in the program. I didn't know what that was going to take or what that was going to mean at first. And I've came a long way since I first started playing in this program. But now I've kind of realized the amount of work and the amount of good players it takes to get here. And now that we're here, I see it where we just need to go win this thing, just because I don't know if a group like this will come through Nixa in a while. It's for the amount of talent that we have on one team, because it's been really, really good. We've had a lot of guys that bought into the process, a lot of guys I grew up with, in the class above me and in my class. So, it would mean a lot in that regards, and it would just mean a lot to go play on Mizzou's field. I mean, I grew up watching Mizzou games. My dad went to Mizzou, so I mean, getting to go play at that field will be really, really cool. So I'm excited for that.
Outstanding. Well, Jackson, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being part of the Athletes of the Week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You bet. And Jackson, is there anyone left?
That's it. That was the last one.
Oh, you're the last one. Is Coach Perry back in the room?
I can go get him if you want.
Oh, that's okay. We can wrap this up. But hey, thank you guys so much for being part of the show today. And tell Coach Perry, hey, go out and get the biggest trophy, and we'll come back and we'll do this all again next week. All right.
All right. Appreciate you. No problem.
All right. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where, as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. And we'll be back after these messages.
I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days. Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck. And a high-tech Chevy SUV. Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, Liona Labor's Local 663 remind us, hey, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Visiting now with the Central St. Joseph Indians head football coach, Sheldon Farrell. Coach Farrell, thanks for your time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
4-4 on the season, Coach, in a tough district, a tough conference. Tell us a little bit about the Indians and how the season's gone up to this point.
Yeah, we've kind of been on a roller coaster if you look at our schedule. We've had some big wins. We've had some blowout losses. But our goal every week is just to get better. You look at the scores. It looks like we kind of got handed to us. But in each one of those losses, it's about a 5-minute game time situation or whatever where so to speak, we kind of lose our way. And we're just trying to correct that and kind of peak at the right time. And last week was a great start. And looking, to play Parco South this week was a tough, hard fighting team. And we're ready for the battle.
Coach, just a little bit about your background. How long have you been at St. Joe Central? And where'd you go to high school, college? And how'd you end up there?
Yeah, so I actually graduated from St. Joe Central in 2009. I played quarterback here, played basketball, ended up transferring around a little bit to play college and finished at Baker University. And then from Baker, I taught and coached for 5 years in the state of Kansas, a couple years at Bonner Springs, and then a couple of years at Leavenworth. And then my goal was always to come back to Central. I've always wanted to take over, the football program and kind of, give back to, you know, what I experienced when I was in high school. And the opportunity opened up about 6 years ago to come back as an offensive coordinator under Coach Trotter. And then from there, you know, I was just prepping myself to take over as head coach. And I got that. I was lucky enough to get that opportunity. I guess I was named in January, the head coach. But that was kind of always my plan, and, you know, I think what we were working for.
Coach, you know, we got one regular season game. You guys have got Park Hill South. Two-part question. You know, number one, what do you feel like you guys are doing really well right now? And maybe on the other end of that, what do you feel like you need to shore up here as you go into the postseason?
You know, I think our skill guys, they just keep making plays, whether that's offense or defense. Like, we'll get some picks on defense. You know, so we get big runs, big throws and catches. And, you know, one thing that, you know, I keep challenging our guys is the upfront guys. We control the line of scrimmage. In games that we've won, we've done that. And just trying to be more consistent there is probably our main goal. I mean, like, probably most high school coaches, or really any football coach, will tell you, if you control the line of scrimmage, you're going to have a really good chance at the end of it. And that's just what we're trying to do. We want to be in that situation at the end to come out on top. That's our goal.
We've got a young man sitting beside you there. This is the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Tell us a little bit about Gabe Fields and what makes him so special.
So Gabe Fields, senior, you know, he's played in some big games for us in 4 years. He's a 3-year captain. So to me, that speaks volume on what his teammates think of him, because that is a voted on thing that we do. He is the school's drug-free superstar. He's going to Vanderbilt. He's committed to Vanderbilt. And through that whole process, one thing that I always kind of bragged about to coaches when I talked to him is, as good as he is in football, he's 100 times better as a human. He's one of those kids that will do everything you want him to do, whether it's come early and work out, whether it's, you know, lead a team, rally a team. I have 2 sons, and my oldest son is looks up to him like a superhero. And he's talked about it all the time at my house. And so anytime, you know, little kids are, you know, becoming like obsessed with a high school kid, I think that's a good thing. So.
All right. Well, Gabe, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Gabe, first off, I'm a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt?
Always.
Very good.
Always.
Very good. Well, Gabe, tell us a little bit about your background. How long have you been playing running back? When did you start playing? And what kind of kept you in the game? What about the game of football really excites you?
So I've been playing football since, I'd say, kindergarten, flag football, then first grade. I think it was my first year playing tackle football. So for about 12 years, I started off through Bantam League in elementary. I played a lot of positions: running back, receiver, quarterback, safety, linebacker, just a lot of things. And then once I got to high school, my first thing I came out as was a quarterback. So I came out wearing the red jersey. And then about a day or two after that, I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. So I switched to running back, and I realized, okay, this could be where I thrive at. And the game of football, I mean, to me, is just a way of helping my family out and putting us in a better predicament than what we are now, and create generation wealth.
Outstanding. Well, tell us, you know, going back to that game with Excelsior Springs here on Friday night, did you have any idea the number of yards that you were mounting up?
So what's funny is we were talking at the lunch table before the game, and one of my friends were giving me crap. They're like, Gabe, you always have one game that you have a big game in, and I haven't seen it yet. So I was like, all right. So before the game I was like, I got to break this record. I wanted that. So going through the game, I get to halftime. I didn't realize how many I actually had. I had like 300 at half, and I didn't realize that. So I was just like, I got to keep going. And I ended up with 400 and something. So, yeah, I was surprised, but it was fun.
Well, it was reported to me 474 yards.
Yeah.
With 8 touchdowns, which are both school records there. Have you been introduced to the whoever record it is that you broke? Do you know who that is?
Yes, sir. Actually, that night, my basketball coach FaceTimed him, and I got to talk to him, so it's pretty fun. I mean, I talked to him my sophomore year. Well, I didn't talk to him. I heard about him from my sophomore year because I got close my sophomore year. I had like 337 with 6 touchdowns. So this year I got to break it, and I got to beat him, so that was pretty fun.
Outstanding. Well, Gabe, let's just imagine for a second you could go back and get in a time machine and go back to that 7th or 8th grader Gabe Fields and give him some advice based on what you know now. What advice would you go back and give yourself at that time?
I'd say my biggest thing is physically. Start prepping your body for high school because you're going to take a lot of hits, and the stronger, the faster you are, the better and easier everything's going to be for you with whatever is going on in high school during any sport, actually. So just prep your body sooner than later.
And Coach, mention the fact that you've committed to Vanderbilt. Tell us what went into that decision. Why Vanderbilt? Have you got to visit? What made you make that decision?
So the running back coach up there, actually, I've known him for about 4 years. He was at New Mexico State originally, but then got moved to Vanderbilt. So I'd say a biggest piece is him knowing I have somebody there for me that knows my predicament, because he also went to Central as well. So just knowing what's going on here, and he knows like the type of kid I am and just where I come from. And obviously the SEC football out there and the academics, I mean, it's the best of both worlds. So why not go?
Outstanding. And coaches talked about that leadership quality that you have, going back your 3 years as a captain. Where does that come from? Is that something you get from parents or from home or a relative or maybe a coach that you had when you were younger? Where does that leadership ability come from?
I would say being brought up, just always being told, don't be like everybody else, because everybody's not always going to be there for you when you're down and bad and like bad times. So try to be different and don't be like everybody else.
Yeah. Had a coach one time tell me the definition of a good leader is anyone who's doing anything worth following. And that stuck with me for a long time. But Gabe, first off, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named the Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. Coach, so what have you got between now and Friday? What are you guys doing to get prepared?
You got practice later today. We've kind of made practices this year a little bit more physical. So, traditionally, probably as the week goes on, some teams take pads off. We've kind of gone away from your traditional walkthrough on Thursday. So we're a shell practice, like tops and helmets. We kind of continue to get after it because we don't want that lull to take place during the week. And just any opportunity we can, we try to steal reps. So, today we'll have a full pad practice. Tomorrow we'll go through a shells practice. And then on Friday, we kind of we'll have a pregame meal. It's a good time. The kids, get to be together and hang out before the game. We'll have a chapel speaker to come in and kind of put some more wisdom into their brains. That's not just the coaches all the time. And then from there, we'll kick off and, with senior night, and it's always a fun night.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you helping get this set up today. And again, Gabe, congratulations on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage here on high school game day. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us, hey, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Lady Bears basketball team.
We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas from the Missouri Sports Network.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol wants to remind us to always take 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that can save your life.
Be safe, be smart, and be here for 2025. Or you'll end up like Riley.
Hello, Missouri. We are Blair Oaks, the Class 3 state championship football team, wanting to wish everyone at the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays and to enjoy their time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and
be here for 2025.
When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective, and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented, as always, by Liuna, Labor's Local 663, who remind us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Continuing with our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment, we'll bring in Fairgrove head football coach Bill Voris. Coach Voris, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Coach, first off, a tremendous season, undefeated at this point, number one ranked team in the state, number one in your Class 2 district tournament. Tell us about the season kind of as a whole and what you guys are doing really well right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's been a really exciting season for these seniors. You know, we've got a strong senior class. With it being kind of a new season for us, we added several teams to our conference. It kind of shook up the schedule a little bit. And just having an opportunity to play some teams that these guys hadn't seen before kind of kept things fresh for us all year long. Like I said, really senior heavy, senior led. So keeping guys interested and motivated for football wasn't necessarily the challenge, but these guys have responded well. You know, they're football players, not just guys that play football. So that's what's contributed to this season to this point. And we're really excited about where we've gotten ourselves and what's coming up in the future.
You know, you mentioned the new conference where you get to see teams like a Buffalo, Hollister, Springfield Catholic, even a Reed Spring team. What does that do for you in preparation for the postseason?
Yeah, like I said, it was good to see some new opponents, see some new offenses, some new defenses, new coaching styles, stuff that we hadn't seen, consistently. And so then some better competition. You know, we added several Class 3 schools, and so overall our conference got better as a football school, and all athletic programs got better in our conference. So it was good to be able to see some new competition, some better competition all year long.
Now you get ready to take on tonight in a district tournament. You've got Willow Springs. They're 2-7, but they're coming out of a similar situation in a very tough, South Central Association conference. That SCA, they play football well. What do you know about Willow Springs, and what are you going to have to do tonight to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, like that conference. You can't really ever look at records when you're talking about playing that conference because they beat up on each other. They're a much improved football team, especially from a year ago. I mean, I know that they've got 7 losses, but they've been in several of those games. They've got some really explosive young talent. You know, they do a lot of different things on offense, which is going to provide going to be a challenge for our defense tonight. And the themes that I'd seen them play on defense were against teams that don't play the same style of offense we do. So we're going to kind of go into this one blind a little bit about what they're going to do. We're going to have to overcome some adversity and figure out what we're going to do offensively when we get there, I guess.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, this is a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And alongside, you have the Springfield Area Quarterback Club's small school most valuable player, Kellen Laird. Tell us a little bit about Kellen and what he brings to the program.
Yeah, Kellen's an extremely explosive player. I mean, he's been a 3-year starter for us now. He's been 2-time kick returner, first-team kick returner All-State. Last year, he was second-team All-State running back. We've had some really good football players come through here, and we've had some coaches that have been here through several of those guys, and they talk about Kellen being at the top of the guys that have ever played football here. He's the most explosive offensive player I've ever had a chance to coach, and so it's fun to see what he can do with the football and just watch, him grow as a player.
Kellen, how are you today?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing well. Kellen, first off, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Kellen, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start playing football? When did you get excited about the position? I've heard a lot about the kick returns, punt returns, things like that. Is that a position that you've been playing for a number of years?
Yeah, I started when I was
pretty young. I started with the Mighty Mites, and I've always pretty much been the same position. But I got real excited to play this spot when I saw when I was in middle school, when I saw the high school players in. After they score touchdowns, they get all hyped. I've known I always wanted to do that, so I was like, I got to play that spot.
Tell us a little bit about now. A lot of teams don't kick it to you, and that's got to be frustrating. But when you're back and preparing to receive a kick, what's going through your mind? What are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm just thinking if I get the ball, I got to make the most of it and get as far up the field as I can. I got to get in a good position for my team.
What now offensively? Coach alluded to the fact you were second team All-State as a running back. How long have you been in that position?
Running back, I've played since sophomore year.
What are your thoughts, and how do you get prepared? I mean, tonight you've got a Willow Springs team. What are you doing throughout today to get mentally and physically prepared for tonight's contest?
We just go through our day like it's a normal school day. And once we get into our 7th hour, our weights, we meditate for a little bit to get in the right mindset, and then before the game we stop goofing around, and we get set on that person or that team that we're facing.
Very good. Did you have any team or personal goals coming into this season?
To make it past any team any Fairgrove team that's played so far in win state.
Very good. Well, Kellen, again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named a High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. Congratulations. Coach, what do you got planned the rest of the day here as you're prepared for your first round of district?
Well, I mean, I've got several different weights classes. You know, we have some junior high weights classes, and then I'll go and I'll monitor the ISS room for a while. Hopefully there's not very many customers in there today. And so they'll give me an opportunity to watch some more film and get my play sheet and everything together. Today, sit down with Coach Fabian, our offensive coordinator, and kind of go through potential game plans and a script and that sort of thing. And then we got, like you said, we got 7th hour weights. I know lots of schools do this, but we always try and lift heavy on game days. So like today will be power clean deadlift day. And then we'll, like Kellen said, we'll take the last 10 minutes and meditate, try and get our minds in a good place, and then cut them loose. And here we go.
What time do the gates open there at Fairgrove?
I think they'll start letting people in around 6, kickoffs at 7.
Outstanding. And obviously it's going to be tough to top the atmosphere from a week ago.
Yeah, that was really special. I hope everybody that was there, I hope these kids, they really look back at that and realize how big a deal that was and how special it was. That's not very often that high school kids get to get that kind of atmosphere, especially before the playoffs.
Very good. Well, Coach, congratulations on the season up to this point. We hope to be able to visit with you throughout the playoffs.
Appreciate it, guy.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com. It's high school game day, and we'll be back after these messages.
I'll have the avocado toast, minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days. Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck. And a high-tech Chevy SUV. Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support. For life. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Tipton Cardinals from Tipton, Missouri.
Class 1 state semifinalist football team wanting to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with friends and family this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Lady Lancers of St. Pius Festus High School in Festus, Missouri.
The Class 4 State Volleyball Champions,
Wanting to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network happy holidays.
enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up. It is 3 seconds that could save your life. Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Hello, Missouri.
We are the Lady Chiefs of Kickapoo High School in Springfield.
We want to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take the 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.